Yeah. Sick of having to explain myself. They wanna know the history, the pain might help. They making me wild, need to restrain myself. If I were you, I would educate myself. Oh no. They want me to hate myself, degrade, dismiss, and erase myself. They said Australia and America's not the same. I say David Dungay, they don't even know the name. That's bullshit. Right to your member, tell them what's happening. You gotta challenge the white settler narrative. Got a lot of books that call us nomadic savages. Maybe that's a connection to them attacking us. Government thinking up any other solution, but truth leads to treaty and revolution. Killers acquitted, your silence is killing. Give us your platform so your people can listen. First came the massacres, then came the mission. Then stole the children, then filled the prison. No wonder our people do not trust the system. Over 400, not one conviction. Shame. No justice.
My name's Geoff Maher. I'm a Biripi man and a Kabangi man and a Ewing man. So they're my three tribes. 6 weeks ago, my grandson, who's got cancer, the police knocked him to the ground and jumped all over him a week before he had to go into hospital about getting his face lifted so he can repair the nerves in his face. And that done it for me. I was sick and tired of our people being murdered, beaten up and just thrown into jail for no reason. I had a son who was murdered too. The excuse they used there, and he got away with it, he feared Aboriginal people. I'm 67 years old this year, and I want to leave a legacy to my grandkids, my great-grandkids and so on, not only mine, but every Aboriginal person here, to stop the slaughter of our people. It's just like the American George Floyd. We had one in jail here. He said the same thing. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. So, you know, it's happening here too. They've set up these courts. They're kangaroo courts. You've got to plead guilty before you go to them. What court in the world you got to plead guilty to go to? You've got to actually look why these people are doing it. You can't just look at them and say, oh, because all you're doing is creating a circle. They go round and round into the justice system. Since Captain Cook's come to this country, he slaughtered them back then, shot them and poisoned them, and they're still doing it today legally through the justice system. Australia, I like to think, oh, we're not racist. They're racist, all right. The police are corrupt and the magistrates are corrupt. Police Commissioner of New South Wales, because of the Barrable people up my way, they've been waiting 30 years for the kids who got taken away and killed. And no one's been charged to this day. Yet he says he's not going to push it anymore because the jeopardy laws have been around for 350 years. Well, by the way, they haven't even been here 350 years. He's talking about English law. Well, the English don't own our country. We never got a treaty off us. Today they wouldn't let me subpoena the Governor-General of Australia and the Governor-General of New South Wales. And they also said because it was useless doing it because there was no letter of consent. Well, he's admitting it. They spend billions and billions of dollars, but nothing changes. And Western Australia and Northern Territory are the worst in the country. They blew up 60,000 years of history just to get the money from iron ore out of the ground. They've set up a Corporations Act and they're oppressing our people through that. I don't believe they got any jurisdiction over Aboriginal people at all. They shouldn't be able to come along and say, we're the law, and then go to the High Court and then they say, well, no, we all have to live together. Well, we can live together, but you can't take our sovereign right. You can't go to England and say, oh, move over, we're coming in. They want to take you to war, you know. But because we didn't have the weaponry, they killed us, they shot our people. It wasn't a peaceful settlement. They caused genocide. Aboriginal people got to stand up and say, that's it, we're not doing this anymore. We're not going to put up with this crap, you know. Because I want to do a nationwide petition, so when people go to court, we say, we're not doing it on our own, these are all the people we represent. I'm at that stage where I'm in the district court, and the next step is to the appeals court and then to the High Court of Australia, and then from there I want to go to the international courts because until we get it outside of Australia, Australian courts won't listen to Aboriginal people. We can raise money to get around and talk to some of our people around this country and take it to the international courts. I'll stand up and fight for my people for the rest of my life.
No justice and no peace. They won't charge the police. They both said, I can't breathe. They both said, I can't breathe. No justice and no peace. They won't charge the police. They both said, I can't breathe. They both said, I can't breathe.